Hi guys, this is English again. My new episode is about pronouns and how to be politically correct when you speak English. Right, political correctness is very important when you speak English, and basically it's not only about English but any other language. You should avoid, being sexist, talking about gender issue, etc. Let me give an example of a sentence and let's check how politically correct are you right away in this video. Let's say you have some troubles and I recommend you to get a lawyer. And I say, hey, you should get a lawyer. He will help you with whatever problems you have. So what did I just say? I said, you should get a lawyer. He will help you. I said he, but does it mean that all the lawyers are male? And does it mean that I mean that you have to get a man lawyer? Can it be a woman, for example, right? Or I don't know, so here when you say he, you are being not exactly politically correct in terms of this is kind of a gender issue. But yeah, for example, there are a lot of lawyers who are men, however, or male, right? However, it doesn't mean that there are no female lawyers. And of course, in modern world, where women started working in the past 50 years, women got jobs, got corporate jobs, and women work alongside men. This turned out to be a little bit of an issue. And in English, for example, they started changing this he for she. Yes, you will be surprised. However, I think the last 4 books that I read in English, they were professional books on business books. The authors would use pronoun she when they were talking about in the situation like this. For example, in this book they would say you should get a lawyer, she will help you with what you need, right? And this is basically done, so there is a new trend. You have to use she instead of he in such situations, especially for jobs, for professions that are very common among men. Well, for example, lawyer, or I don't know, firefighter, probably, yeah, any jobs, or software engineer, for example, right? There are more men software engineers than women, so you would use she in this case. Of course, if you want to be very neutral, you can use they. For example, you should get a lawyer, they will help you. That's very common and that's very natural to a native speaker. So you can decide. Personally, I can say that I use they most of the times. It's just a habit because I started using it even before this new trend with she appeared. However, don't be surprised if you read a book and you will see that there is she in the book. There is one more option for you. It's one. One would be used when you are referring to any person and it doesn't really matter. For example, when you say, one could wonder what this means, right? One could wonder, a person, anyone could wonder what it means. One is actually used a lot when you are talking about some recommendations, right? Or some rules. There you can see one as well. Now, tell me, guys, what do you typically use in such situations when you are not talking about a particular person, but a person in general? Do you typically use he, they, or she? Tell me in comments what you use, or if you never thought about it, tell me in comments what you're going to use from now on, he, they, or she. And of course, don't forget about a thumb up and subscribe to my channel to get new videos next week.